We have all been conditioned to be obedient. Welcome, everybody. I'm SP Graham. This is Jobverno. And today we have another Reddit post where somebody has a discussion, puts up a question, and they ask, which job option would be better? And whenever we're talking about a job, whenever we're talking about discussing which job is better, there are a lot of factors that go into picking a career and picking a job that suits us, suits our lives better, suits our family better. There's a lot of different intrinsic values that go into play when we're trying to make these considerations. And today I paused as I read this Reddit post because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense as to why they're having such a difficult time picking between the two. Not because both of them are good, but because both of them are bad. So today, let's have this discussion. Many of us are conditioned that we go to public school, we spend time, we go to class, we spend the first 18 years of our lives being told what to do, where to go, what we're supposed to accomplish. And we spend our time, we wait, we figure out ways to survive high school, and then eventually we graduate. And then we're told, no. After high school, you need to go to college. You need to do this. You need to do this. And you need to do all these different things to establish your career. So you go from elementary school, middle school, high school, then college. And so when you do those things, you're conditioned. Your brain is conditioned. And they've got you conditioned that the only things that you can do in life are the things that are chosen for you and the things that are easy to achieve, because that's all you've ever known for most of your life. And this is a conditioning that happens to all of us as we go through the public school system. I like to call the public school system the obedience trek for life, because all it really teaches you what to do and how to think is to be obedient to the masters who are out there telling you what you need to do in life. And so we have this. Now, I don't know this person. I don't know, maybe this is what they've wanted to do their whole life, but they provide a false choice. And on Reddit, we see posted by the Terrible Tortilla, this person writes, which path would you choose? I need to move out soon due to a breakup with my girlfriend. Due to the change in my living situation, I am at a fork in my career. Which one is better? I'll tell you, Terrible Tortilla, you're not in a fork of your career. You're already on a career path. You just have to choose which turd is better. And so they have career option 1, that they have a $125,000 a year level 3 engineer position. And, he goes and lays out all the pros and cons of each one of the different career option. And he has a level 2 engineering position as career option 2, making $20,000 less. Just on the dollar amount alone, I mean, you would kind of go, okay, well, $20,000 is a lot to leave on the table. And when you're looking at that it's a level 3 engineer opposed to a level 2 engineer, that certainly needs to be taken consideration as well. Just from a resume standpoint and a next job standpoint. If you are somebody making $125,000 a year, there's a good chance you don't want to go below that much. It's going to be hard for you to work for 100 unless you really have to. If this person's late in their career or something like that, I might understand. I think there's definitely a third option this person probably needs to be taken into consideration. And I say probably, meaning they really should take it into consideration. The other part when it comes to the resume is you're looking at a level 3 engineer, which means as a level 3 engineer, there's a possibility that they can become a level 4 engineer. But, here's the part they're missing. The part they're missing is, and this is true for all of us, this person is missing, what is the thing I want to do as an adult? Not the thing that I spent my whole childhood life training for, but what do I want to do as an adult? The natural progression of one's life as you go through elementary school, all the way through high school. And then you go to college, you learn some valuable skills. But once you learn the valuable skills, you take that to the next level, meaning you start your own business. Now I get it. Business ownership isn't for everybody, but this person is limiting themselves. This person is saying, I'm just, after a $100,000, six-figure job with a 401k and I'm planning on retirement. And I've run to lots of these people. There are lots of you out there that all you want is to get the retirement because somebody along the way, probably a parent, said, you need to work your whole life for your retirement. Well, that's bullcrap. Retirement is bullcrap. Do you want to be an old, frail person enjoying your retirement? Or do you want to be able to move around and still enjoy life? I just don't understand. I don't understand where this mindset came from. And it's a certain level of conditioning, I suppose, from culture or the public schools or wherever it comes from. The idea that we're going to spend our whole entire life just to prepare ourselves to get a stinking 401k that we put all of our money into. And I get it. Maybe it makes you feel good. I don't know. But how about this instead? How about if you were this person, you say, okay, first of all, it doesn't mention what kind of engineer they are, but instead to say, well, how about I work for myself? And instead of making $125,000, maybe I make $200,000 or $300,000 or maybe more. Now, again, it's not for everybody. And, that is not really the third option I was thinking of. But the reason I bring it up is because as you're moving through your career, as you're progressing through the career, you get the basic education and then you start preparing for the rest of your life. And you need to put something in your mind. You need to put that end goal in mind as to what kind of job you want to have as an adult. And once you have that figure, once you have that person in your mind, that's when you need to dial it back and say, okay, now that I know what I want to be as an adult, these are the steps I need to take to get there. Now, again, I'm not this person. I don't know this person. I don't really know what their motivations are in life. Maybe they have none. Maybe their whole motivation is to just sit around and wait for death. But the third option, and again, they don't say it here. They're breaking up with their girlfriend. They don't mention anything about kids, which means this is most likely, from what I'm reading, this is a single person. This person is limiting themselves to 2 jobs. How about this? How about we paint this picture? You think about the one job that you've wanted your entire life. You think about the thing you want to do. What kind of things could you do with that engineering degree and those skills that you've built up over time? Now, 125 at a level 3 engineer, probably, I don't know, just based off of that, I'm guessing he's probably within maybe 5 years of being an engineer. So he's just getting started. But if you are a person who is on track to be an engineer, you could do much better, and you don't have to have it be super stressful. The third option here, if you really do want to just work for somebody else your whole life, is maybe you look for a different job. Keep the one that you have and look for a different business. Look for a different place to work. I guarantee they're out there. Go find the listings. It'll soon be up on jobferno.com. Find a listing of recruiters who work with engineers, and they'll help you find a great, fantastic job somewhere in the country. Now, maybe you want to stay where you're at. Maybe you're content. But at some point, that person that's within you, that person that's going to be screaming, saying, we got to do more, that person is going to bubble to the surface at some point. And this guy, instead of taking advantage of the opportunity, instead of saying, I don't have anything tying me down, it looks like he's renting, right? I mean, if you look through there, it looks like he's renting. So he doesn't have a house, doesn't have any kids, doesn't have anybody. He's anything that's keeping him down. And so what you really need to be doing is you need to be taking advantage of the opportunity. Take advantage of the opportunity, the fact that you can go and do whatever you want and build the life that you want to build, so that if you ever decide to get married, if you ever decide to have children, you will already have a nice life set up. If I haven't said it enough times, you're limiting yourself. Go do more. Because there's nothing worse in life than sitting around and thinking, shit, I should have done something else. I don't know what kind of engineer you are. I know plenty of engineers who have taken their engineering degree, their engineering skills, their engineering knowledge, and have started a great business and have had a lot of success and have experienced a great life after the work. And this person mentions the stressful work environment of option number 1. Do you know why it's stressful? It's stressful because you're not controlling your own destiny. It's stressful because some other asshole is telling you what to do. And somewhere inside you, you're telling yourself, it's time to move on from having other assholes telling me what to do. It's time to be you. It's time for you to be your own boss. It's time for you to man up and be the person you're supposed to be. Now, I've gone off the deep end without knowing anything about this guy. It's just, but I bring this up for additional reasons, because this does not just apply to this person who's already has a pretty decent paycheck. This applies to all of us. We have all been conditioned to be obedient, especially most of us have gone through the public school system. We have been conditioned to be obedient, and we don't really know what to do. And as we get older, that part of us that knows that it's wrong screams and wants to get out. And then we're left with a couple different choices. Our choice is, do we ignore it and we just hammer ourselves and say, screw you, I'm going to continue to be obedient? Do we spend our life jumping from one job to another, exploring the different options and hoping that one of them is going to make us happy? Or do we do the real thing? The real thing is we become our own master and we do what we want. We thrive on our own. We do what we need to do to help ourselves and our family. And then we take that help that we provided for ourselves and we help others. We hire others. We mentor young people. We help train them. We help prepare the next generation. We give other people jobs. See, nobody who's poor has ever provided a prolonged, long-term, stable job. Yes, some poor people and broke people can provide jobs and opportunities for people, and kudos to you of those who do that. But a corporation, a business, is something that somebody built so they can break free of the obedience. That is their own personal rebellion. And when you work for a company, you are working for that company, helping them on their journey. Businesses are not government programs. Businesses are not there to provide you money. They are, however, nice and available if you ever want to build skills in certain areas. See, why can't this guy take the skills that he has, the knowledge that he has, and start a new business and then hire engineers of his own? And again, like I said, he's level 3 engineer, so maybe he's not quite there yet. But when you become old, you become 30, you become 35, become 40, that person inside you who's been stuffed inside of your body, that person inside of you who's been contained by the obedience monster, works to get out. And when you free yourself, that's when you become who you're supposed to be. If you got questions, let me know. Send me an email at questions@jobferno.com. I'm SB Graham. This is Jobferno. And as always, choose skills over money.